Hi everyone, my name is Anders Turbu. I'm one of the founders of Pixavision. With these short clips, I would like to answer to you some of our most frequently asked questions. Here at Pixavision, we have a lot of people visiting our school, and many of them, if not all of them, seem to be under the same impression that if you want to work later in the entertainment industry, you have to be very creative. You have to draw very well, you have to paint really well, or just in general, you have to have a lot of fantasy. And this might be true, but only to 33%. You will be amazed at how many people at a company such as Disney cannot draw at all. When you work in this industry, there are three different types of people. On the one side, yes, you do have the creative people like you're probably imagining today. These are the ones that can draw, have a lot of fantasy, stuff that we talked about before. But on the opposite side of that, you have the technical people. These are the people that just love to work with technology. Just imagine Bumblebee from Transformers. If he was to slam into a building and that whole building is collapsing, that building is generally made in 3D, and that collapsing process is all simulation done on a computer. For a creative person, to work with simulation is typically a nightmare. For a technical person, it's like a dream come true. If you've seen a movie like Lords of the Ring, that million of orcs that is attacking a city, that's all simulation. Or perhaps a princess that's running down the hall and her hair is waving in the wind, that's all simulation. So there's an unbelievable amount of technical positions in this industry that have nothing to do with drawing, with painting, or just with creativity in general. The third category that exists in this industry, these are the people that are perhaps not the most creative, not the most technical, but because they possess a bit of both, they tend to be very strong in this industry. For example, lighting is just one of many departments where you have to have both. In a lighting department, you should understand how light is behaving physically correct. You don't have to be a physics major, but you should understand the basics of lighting, photons, etc., etc. So, however, if you were to give the director from a movie a physically correct lit image, the director, the first thing he would say is that this image is a bit boring. This is where your creativity comes into play and you learn how to manipulate the physics to achieve a more unique result. If you have a bit of both, there are a lot of departments out there in this industry where they require you to be a little bit creative, a little bit technical, and you mix both of those skills together. Yeah, so this is exactly how the education at Pixavision works as well. We have a lot of students here that are very creative, a lot of students that are very technical, and we have a lot of students that have a little bit of both. Just out of curiosity, what would you say you are? Yeah, perhaps leave it in the comments down below. I'm very curious.